Hello everyone, and welcome back to Doge Meat Games. Today we are going to be reviewing a game because it is Thursday, and I do game reviews on Thursday because Thursdays we review games. Today we are reviewing Gunfire Reborn. Ignore the name. I personally think it's a terrible name. It might be something that lost in translation type deal. Doesn't matter. So this is a very lesser known game that is on Steam. It is still in early access, so they have a good bit of time to add content and make some changes and whatnot. But basically, what you're looking at is a roguelike with some persistent pieces that go through each run. In the game currently, there's only a few levels available along with a few bosses to pick from, you know, a limited enemy pool, and then a whole bunch of different weapons. So you might get some kind of Borderlands-y vibes from the art style here, just kind of the way that things look and the weapons and everything. You would be right in thinking so as well. There's definitely some inspiration taken from that particular game, just the way that the characters play. All the characters are animals, so you have I don't want to ruin too much, but I'll say the first couple are a cat, a dog, and a bird. You do get to unlock some more as you progress through the game, but they each bring their own kind of thing to the table. But you'll notice a lot of similarities between Borderlands games in that fashion, as well as the weapons that you pick up. So mostly with this being a roguelike, the weapons are going to vary pretty wildly. They're going to have different stats that you're going to try to build your character around. So if you find something that has crit damage, you want to try to buff that up. Build your character based on those decisions. There are skill trees involved with each run, so you can pick from your characters to find skill trees to empower them even further and try to get kind of the best run going. Now, you will have runs that just kind of suck. You know, it is what it is. That's kind of the territory with roguelikes. You never quite know what you're going to get. Hopefully the RNG gods will forever be in your favor. But sometimes you'll get a god run. The one I have here was not. It did end up in a failure. I died to fire. Big rip to me. But sometimes you'll get lucky. And yeah, so there isn't a whole lot to say about this game except for probably to talk about its potential. So where it's sitting now, again, it is in early access, and it's in a really nice spot. It feels like, from a control standpoint and the shooting, very good. I would say accurate is my assessment of how the game feels at the moment to actually run around and shoot guns. Everything has a very accurate feel to it. It's very tight. So the fact that it already feels like that tells me the developers have been really focusing on that gameplay feel of it and kind of working with everything else as they go through the development cycle. I think that's really smart, personally. You need the feel of a game like this to be nice and tight and have you wanting to go back and play it and do another run. You won't want to do that if the game kind of runs and handles like poop. But, you know, happy to say this does not. So, again, this isn't a very huge game. There isn't a whole lot of hype behind it, and I think that's for the better. This has some time to develop, and I hope that it continues to do so. So, you're seeing here now we have a boss fight. This is at the end of every stage. There's a few sections in each stage. After you get to the end, you get to fight a boss, and then you get stuff. You know, it's kind of a rinse repeat. Once you get to the end of the game, you just kind of start all over again. And you have that constant progression I was talking about before, where you can actually level up your character and get, like, more ammo to start with, different weapons to start with, and more damage, etc., etc. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say about this game. It is very cheap on Steam. Usually it's about $12 retail, but you can get it cheaper than that all the time. And I highly recommend, if you do like roguelikes, if you like kind of a looter-shooter style of game, and you want to try something out that's a little bit new and from an indie developer, definitely keep this one on your radar. If you're not into the early access deal, I fully understand that, fully support it. This does have up to 4 players, so you can play co-op with your friends, so maybe that's an extra bump to push you there. But I definitely think it's worth checking out. So again, this is Gunfire Reborn. Give it a shot. That's pretty much it, so thanks for watching the video today. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe, tell a friend, and until next time, take care.